All right, good morning, everybody. It is the first morning of the garden show today, Friday, the 11th of July, and I'm very, very excited. It's quite early in the morning. It's just gone past 5:30. We're going to be heading up there. Obviously, we're in Brisbane, so we've got to get up nice and early to get up there first thing. I'm feeling a little bit apprehensive, I guess, about the first day, simply because I've just been working against the clock to get everything ready. After work, every single day, trying to pack more orders, think about what the stall looks like, how I can best manage both the stall and wanting to connect with as many of you as possible. So that's been a fun challenge this week so far. But the last challenge that I got last night was cooking dinner. And I don't know if you can see, maybe I'll show you in a second, but I burnt my hand on some really hot oil or fat last night. And I had all of these plans to get all of this extra product down to the garden festival today, but I simply couldn't manage it because of the burn and just being completely just out of it after being burnt quite badly. So my hand is now all blistered up, which is not good for shaking hands when I want to go and meet everybody. But nonetheless, I am still really excited about today. Can't wait to get stuck in, meet so many of you. It's the first day. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of first day jitters or nerves, but it's going to be so much fun. There's going to be so many people. I think over 40,000 people coming through over the weekend. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I was told. So how amazing is that? Can't wait to see a few of the speakers if possible, but realistically, I'm just ready to go. So let's head up there and get stuck into day one. All right, we made it to the festival. We've just parked, figured out where we are. We've got wonderful wife and little one here as well. Family affair today. We can't wait to get in there, have a little look around, see what's going on. Definitely grab a coffee, and gates open in 20 minutes. Excited to see some people come in. I'll show you the stall in a second when I get there, and we can set it up. I'll show you what's going on. So here is the stall. We've got all of the products sitting up on the shelf there. You can't miss us. You can't miss this crazy person over here. All right, we're here in the kitchen garden area, which is amazing. This place has been set up over the last few days. I'll give you a little walk across here just to speak about it a little bit, but they've done this amazing job setting up all the things that you might find in a kitchen garden. Some food, we've got herbs and all sorts of veggies, tomatoes, capsicums, we've got aloe, we've got citrus, we've got bananas, there's chooks going in. So everything is looking really, really cool. So if you're in this kitchen garden area, or you come down to the kitchen garden area, that is where you'll find the stall. So can't wait to show you what's going on. Let me come over to the stall again and I'll give you a little bit of an update. Gates are now open, so everybody is starting to come in, which is really exciting because it means we get to chat to a whole bunch of people and meet some friendly faces. Had a first sale today already, and I've also been interviewed by Channel 7 News, which was cool. Whether or not it makes the cut or the cutting room floor will be decided.
Also a celebration of plants, produce and people behind the scenes.
I'm trying to motivate people to start growing their own food at home and also to understand where their food comes from. But it's nice to be here and be involved. I'm really, really enjoying it. There's been plenty of people coming past already for the Friday morning, and also Jerry Colby-Williams speaking over there, bringing quite a crowd, which will be cool. But tomorrow, Costa's in the same area, so he's going to completely pack out this area, I imagine, as everybody loves Costa. But it's really cool to chat to so many people and see what everyone has to offer. So really enjoying myself so far. I think it's been a really good decision to come down here and hang out at the garden show. So day one is nearly wrapping up. It's the afternoon already. I've sort of skipped through a little bit. I want to show you a couple of the stalls that are here in the kitchen garden area, and just kind of go around and highlight a few of the things. I haven't really been able to leave the stall at all, so I'm being a little bit brave, ducking out as it has quietened down. So, but it's been wonderful. I've been chatting to so many amazing people, and I might turn away from the speakers stage here before we pick up too much of what's going on in there. But it's been some wonderful speakers. I actually ran into Phil Dudman earlier. Phil's been speaking here. He was on the podcast, if you remember. Amazing man. Absolutely got so much love for Phil. And I've seen a few people from various different places. I've been doing some talks and all sorts of things. So it's been wonderful to have some really cool chats, find out what everyone's been growing and all of that kind of thing. But let me take you around and show you a few of these stalls. So obviously we'll start off with the most important one, being my stall right here. And then next to us we have these legends doing rare dragon fruit. So they've got all these incredible cuttings of rare dragon fruits. And now I think I might be reaching out to these guys to do a bit of a podcast episode, because some of these things are so interesting. Who knew that there were so many different varieties of dragon fruit? And they got some cool cuttings here and all sorts of things. So looking really, really wonderful. This one we have some awesome bush food, which is really cool. They've got workshops, classes, cooking classes and everything. Ancient foods, traditional well-being. Absolutely love that kind of thing. Now, next one, you got Carly's Coop, all about chicken coops, some wonderful chicken coops, chicken accessories, things like this. And they've also got the chicken coop over here, which has what we're looking for, our gorgeous girls in there. Can we see them? There they are. Wonderful chickens. So that's the kitchen garden stage there, where we've had a whole bunch of people doing some talks. Remember Jerry Colby-Williams was there earlier. We've had Sophie Thompson here today as well. More stuff at the kitchen garden. A whole bunch of pots and planters over there. If we come around, we've got some really awesome seed packs and flowers and things like this. So many wonderful seeds. Garden seeds galore, in fact. $3 per packet. Wonderful price. Got some stuff in there. I might actually have to go and suss something out myself. Perennial poppies, look at this, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This is wonderful. And then a community garden space here, so edible greens. Look at some of these cuttings, some of these amazing things here. Absolutely gorgeous. Hello ladies, how are we? This is a popular one here. These guys are sponsoring the event. They're from Grow. And they do a really awesome liquid fertilizer. And then finally, coming around to our legendary next door neighbor, this is Rio.
How's it going?
Good, man. What's the stall all about?
The stall is basically about equipping people to create their own food in their backyards. And we have some beautiful raised garden beds here. Essentially, we run a landscaping business and we help people grow their own food.
Yeah, and it's been awesome to hang out next to you and have a chat, so maybe we'll make some more content in the future.
Oh, mate,
but
keen as.
These guys do some wonderful stuff. And what's the name of the business? I'm going to move out the way.
Yeah, Key Landscapes.
Key Landscapes. Key, K-I, Key Landscapes. So come and check these guys out. Go and see them. You might see more from these guys as well.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank you,
Jordan.
bro.
Cheers.
Day one of the Garden Festival. We're just on load out now, so got boxes, empty boxes. Going to be going back home and packing more stuff up and bringing it over to sell again tomorrow. So it's been a successful day. It's just been successful in general, being able to chat to a whole bunch of people and see some of the familiar faces. Just ran into Sarah from Basil Lee. You may remember her from the podcast as well. She's lovely. And we've got more on tomorrow. There's certainly more and more and more going on. So everyone's loading out, as you can see at the moment. And we're going to be back here again bright and early for a nice cold morning. But it's wonderful to have the family here, and generally just speaking all things gardening. We've got the wonderful Costa coming through into the kitchen garden area tomorrow morning. So hopefully catch up with him. You never know. But yeah, till tomorrow. See you then. It is 9 p.m. now on day one, and I'm using this opportunity to basically show you a little bit extra of what's been happening and kind of explain my cockatiels are going off. That's awesome. It's 9 p.m., girls. Calm down. I think partly I just wanted to kind of show you what it's like putting on one of these shows in terms of what it takes. Outside of my day job, my normal 9 to 5, you might call it, you need to put in extra hours if you want to be doing these things. And something like the Queensland Garden Show requires a lot, especially for a one-man team like myself. So I'm making product, I'm packing bags, putting labels on, getting all of our banners and, designs up and ready, QR codes, price lists, all these things to be scanned. And every single day this week, I've been working out here pretty much, until 11-12 p.m. before I go to bed. So I'm doing sort of roughly 18-hour days this week, and it's come to a Friday night, and we've had a very successful day one. So much so that I need to go and pack some more product, which is pretty awesome feeling, but also I was underprepared. I didn't have enough time, and essentially I need to pack more bags. On top of that as well, I'm completely bandaged up from burning myself. You may have seen that earlier on if I kept it in the footage, because it was pretty gnarly. I had it just burst on me. It was like a sixth finger. It's gross, but I've been in this bandage all day, and, well, not this one. I've redressed it again, but you know what I mean? I'm in this bandage and kind of can't use my hands properly, making product, and I'm thinking, like, this would be so much easier if I didn't have to do it. The purpose of this is not to tell you, oh, look, I'm doing so many hours, or I've put in all of this kind of work for this week, but it's to show you the realistic side of things, because, like, all good. I'm happy and running around the festival, loving it, absolutely loving it, but I'm putting in these hours. And on top of that, obviously, I'm a brand new father, so I'm playing my role as much as I possibly can while still trying to maintain somewhat of a prepared state for this garden show. But it's just one of those things, like, you just don't see some of this kind of stuff behind the scenes. You don't see what all the vendors are doing in preparation leading up to this week. You've got stands that are just full of all of these amazing plants and things that these guys have been working on so hard for so long, cultivating, growing, nurturing. And then it's all kind of, you just walk past it in the blink of an eye. And I've had some wonderful conversations with people today, just talking all about what they're doing at home and finding their journey. And we had some people that, were all the way up to 55 acres. I was chatting to one lady today who has that much space. And then I'm talking to somebody who wants to start growing something on their windowsill. And having those conversations and being involved and spending time with those people makes these moments where it's freezing cold, I'm still in my dirty clothes from today, I'm making more product, I could be inside curled up nice and warm next to my wife and my baby boy, but here we are. We're putting in the work. And I think for the connection to the people that I've seen today, not only all of the cool people I had on the podcast and amazing, special speakers and guests, but just the general public, you guys, me, we're all the general public. Like, we're all just loving this gardening journey, and to have those conversations today and to see smiles and share connection over that, and to be able to teach people and give people an understanding of where their food comes from and how we develop healthy soil, it just makes all of these moments worthwhile. So that's kind of just my thoughts. I got to get stuck into the seed mix, otherwise, I might still be here tomorrow. But we've got an early start, 6 a.m. We're leaving here. It takes an hour and a half for me to get to Nambour, the showgrounds, from here in Brizzy. So it's a big journey every day. We've got to get up and early, and we're out. We've got Costa in the morning. So yeah, I'm pumped. I'm going to get into these seed mixes, and I will see you in the morning. All right, good morning, folks. We are back. Day 2. As you know, last night we were working on packing some more product, getting some things organized, but I've got the opportunity here, without being run over the car behind me, to come and have a little look around at some of these awesome exhibits here in the rest of the show. There's actually quite a fair bit going on that I didn't even realize about when you get stuck in the stall. But that's, understandable with these big kind of events. But let's take you around and have a little bit of a look quickly before we need to get started, because gates are opening really soon. I've got coffee in hand, so need to be up on the stall chatting to people already. But this place is massive, and yeah, I'm really pleased that I'm getting an opportunity to go and wander around. But today is Saturday, one of the bigger days. We've got big flooding gates of people coming through today. Apparently it's the busiest day, and to expect a lot of people coming through. But I'm pumped. That means more people to chat to, more people that we can chat gardening. There's some amazing things here. This is incredible. All right, let's go. Check out this, the shed at Kilroy. This is awesome. Nice little setup going on here. This is gorgeous. Very nice. Look at these cool little chairs. That's awesome. Look at this. This is one I've been waiting to see, the fruit salad trees, which is pretty awesome. They've got some amazing fruit trees here. And the world's most comfortable chair. It looks like it. Very much looks like it, doesn't it? Earth Life Rock Minerals. Massive. Big shout out to these guys. This is awesome stuff. This is amazing stuff. Good morning. How are you? Very good, thank you. I'm just explaining to the viewers how amazing all of this stuff is. Big fan of Earth Life. I love that a lot of people are using rock minerals now. It's so important, and
Gotta get the minerals back into the soil.
absolutely.
And the microbes are with them.
Yes, that's right. That's lovely. I love the red jacket as well. You're looking great, Denise. Got some gorgeous little flowers, knitted flowers. This is incredible. Look at this. Look at this metal work. It's crazy. Wow. Wow. The legendary composter. You may remember this one from up at Pine Rivers Garden Fair. This composter was awesome. So nice little home setup composter. You can go and use those. They're really easy to find. Another one I really love here, guys, is the veg pod. These things are awesome, especially if you want to avoid bending over and having a bad back. They've got it all set up, so there's like a little tray here. They've got irrigation built into the whole thing, which is really cool. And then you just pull down the netting over the top, protection. We've got the legend here himself.
Guys, how you doing?
So you can tell us a little bit about the veg pods themselves, and kind of a little bit 30-second brief as to what's going on.
Yeah, sure. So, Veggiepod's an Aussie company. It was invented in Sydney, and then went on Shark Tank probably about 9 years ago now, and sort of expanded over to the US, the UK, Canada, and New Zealand. The best features of the Veggiepod's the self-watering wicking beds in the bottom, so you get roughly about 2 weeks worth of water in the bottom.
Amazing.
You've got a big net over the top to keep out all those pesky possums and grasshoppers as well. And then obviously you've got a whole foot of growing depth in the base there. So it's big enough to do all your root veggies, your leafy greens, herbs, chilies, tomatoes, really whatever you want. Obviously nice and high up off the ground too, so nice and accessible for everyone to get there.
Yeah, not going to get a bad back.
Dirty.
Yeah, that's it. No, I love it, man. I really highly rate these things, so go check them out.
Appreciate it.
All right, I'm going to have to go back already because it's nearly gates time. In fact, it probably is gates time already. So I'm getting out there, back to the stall. Could show you a little bit, but we've got a busy morning. Costa is in the house this morning, and we might hoping to get a little glimpse of the man himself. But we're excited to be involved. We're excited to be here on day 2, and let's go. Let's enjoy it. Here he is, the man himself.
For me, this is a highlight of my year to come and see what has been created, because there's nowhere else quite like it. Welcome to the Queensland Garden Expo. How are you? Like I did say to Marion, the fearless leader of the Queensland Garden Expo, she could have, maybe picked a slightly better day. God, I tell you, this is heaven on a stick. He grows all those plants, right, to put into this garden display. Like, think about that. So when we were there, he was planning his thinking. And why do I want to talk about that? Because if you can just sort of walk past him and maybe just do that, if you get an iota, if you get one cell, one stem cell of that thinking, it will help change the way you plan your gardening. Because he has to think, all right, well, it's on in July. How and when will I start to grow these things? And that's when we take our gardening to the next level.
All right, team, quick little update. It's now lunchtime on day 2. We had Costa's talk this morning, which brought in huge amounts of crowds. We've had Millie Ross again from Gardening Australia here in the kitchen garden area too. I've also run into Vasily. He came over from Vasily's Garden, came over and gave us a chat. Really awesome to meet him in person. I'm a big fan of what he does. So Vasily's Garden, I'm going to go check out his store. Maybe we can film a little bit with him. And yeah, we've just been enjoying chatting again to all sorts of different people, selling some product, which is wonderful, talking living soil. But look, it's a hot day. It's another hot day. It's a busy day, but it's lunchtime. So the crowds are all in their food areas and things at the moment, which is really cool. But shout out to Leonie as well. Leonie, who's talking here as well. She's given me a big shout out on the cover crop seed mix. So I had a whole bunch of people come through thanks to Leonie, which is wonderful. But I'm just really enjoying being in the kitchen garden area. I know I've mentioned that a few times before, but just seeing how obviously it was planted at the start of this week. Now it's starting to really fill out. We've got a few of these plants that are enjoying the sun, the water, the microbes that are going on them. And as you would have seen earlier, we saw Costa wandering around and sharing exactly what's going on in this garden and the techniques and the things that you can use when you're trying to grow in spaces and trying to optimize your space. So definitely come down, book your ticket for tomorrow if you're around, or next year I should say, because you'll be seeing this after the event. But yeah, it's one to be at. You don't want to miss this one. Another day, another dollar, another fabulous day. Got to catch up with lots of people. We met Claire there at the end, Claire Bickle. You would have remembered from the podcast episode with Claire early on. She came and said g'day and met the family and everything as well, which was really awesome. Vasily also came in today, and again, Sarah and some wonderful people. So please go and check out their episodes of the podcast if you haven't already. But you know, we're still bandaged up. Look, guys, we're still working. We're still going hard. But another successful day, and one more day to go. So we're very excited for tomorrow, and different coloured wristband, different coloured day. Hopefully, it's going to be another gorgeous, beautiful blue sky day like today. It starts off nice and cold, but it heats up. Another amazing day all around. So we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, all right. It's freezing. It's positively freezing. I don't normally hoodie up this much, but it's Sunday morning. It's probably 6 a.m. Day 3. Look, I'm feeling tired. You can hear it in my voice. I was up till midnight again, looking after my little boy and also trying to get as much product and things ready for day 3. I feel like I was a little unprepared for the amount of product that I was going to be selling and talking to, but it's a positive. Anyway, so I've lost the light in here now, but I'm heading off. I've got another hour and a bit drive up to the festival. Yeah, with day 3, I can't wait to get into it. We're going to get a coffee, and hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer by the time we get up there. But I just wanted to show you, check in this morning before we even leave, just to show you what it's like for all of these wonderful people preparing for their big days, especially after 2 massive days. We're ready to back it up for a 3rd day. So just about to head off, and I've got my bone broth. I'm going to have a coffee on the way, make sure I drink lots of water today because, again, big day of talking, big day of communicating with everybody. So keen as, let's go up there. Let's see you up on the coast. Oh, it's chilly here today. I think it's definitely time for a coffee. But we're here, day 3. Substantially colder, I think, this morning than the other mornings. I am here a little bit earlier than I was yesterday. There's this really cool full moon that's been in the sky the last few days, and it's like hung around in the morning as well, which is really nice to see. You get to see this big full moon, which looks really cool. I can see the stand I'm huffing and puffing because I've got another 10 kilos of product in my hand in a bag, which I can't really show you because of the camera panning, but it's heavy. So gonna get in, stock up, make sure the stand looks good, get myself a coffee, and we're gonna wander around the festival again, try and show some of the other parts that you might not have seen yesterday. So let's go do it. All right, coffee is in burnt hand, and I'm heading off. I'm gonna go for a wander. I think I've got about 10 minutes. I'll show you this really quickly. They've got these plant cloakrooms, which is really cool. So if you want to buy plants and you can't take them home, then you can go and store them in the plant cloakroom. And it means that you can, obviously, if you've got really heavy plants, like some of the plants that we might go past in a second, some really, really big ones, some hedges, some of your fruit trees and things that people are wanting to buy, they come here for these awesome varieties. And then, you know, you can't carry them around in your shopping bag or take them home. So they need somewhere to sit for the day, and then you can go and explore the festival and come back and do it later. This is one of the big stages that they've got here. This is the Monroe Stage, and a few of the speakers come through and do this kind of tent, which hopefully we might be doing next year. So I'll give you a little peek inside. This is what it looks like. A whole bunch of people that will come here and sit and listen to some of our fabulous speakers. And so we've got Jerry Colby Williams up first, medicinal plants. That'll be really interesting. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get to that. And our friends Phil and Claire down the end there. Lots of wonderful food trucks. I'm always a big fan of a food truck. You know, they come in here and they've got everything available, some really, really nice stuff. And I've seen lots of people with some awesome ice creams as well. Look at this. Look at the beautiful array of plants that we have here. The gorgeous bergenia, flowering at the moment in the middle of winter. So we've got some gorgeous colours there. I'm a big fan of bergenia in terms of how it looks, but if you've ever pruned one of them, you'll know it has some hectic spikes on it and can be really harsh. We've got some hedges, privacy, we were talking about that. So some lily pillies and things like that in here. Again, these are the plants that you would need in the cloakroom, or you can come and order them. We've got, look at this. Wow, look at the Thai constellation. That's gorgeous. Wonderful climbing plants. Lots of succulents. Thousands and thousands and thousands of plants here today. This is some of the most exciting for all of the plants. We've got Brisbane Valley Nursery here as well. Lavender, all sorts of things. Good morning, everyone. Look at these ones. Look how cute these little flowers are. They're so cute. Nice pop of colour, pretty hardy as well. Chili plants, lemongrass, kumquats, which I'm not a fan of. Now, I apologise for being relatively quick with this because it is obviously opening gates again soon, so I need to get back to the stall and back to front up to be talking about living soil again all day. But we're going to be running through a few of these extra areas. Now, this area is a really cool installation. They've built this whole thing and installed it up on the curb here. I saw all the guys working here on setup. You know, they were putting in all these plants, constructing everything, trying to make it all look. They've called it Lanthea Lamanth. I can't see that in the sun for you there. Lanthea Lamanth. Waterfall of echoing voices. So you can see all the businesses involved with this, which is really cool. So putting in the pond, lining it up, doing the landscaping, doing the printing, providing all the plants. We've got some wonderful companies there who have been involved with this, all strategically and under this as well. So it's all hidden, looking gorgeous. Splashes of colour and flower and things everywhere. Another cool part of it is that this pond actually has fish in it. So I don't know if you'll be able to see. I can just sort of step through. There's a nice big fish there. And all of this, it's turfed and been made into this gorgeous area. There's like a rock fountain coming down and then the pond in here. So just incredible installations that these guys are putting in and putting in all of this hard work leading up to the actual day. I think it's absolutely fascinating. And look at this cool little path that comes back down to the road. More plants, more plants. Aquatic plants, which go really well in places like that pond that we just saw. Some amazing species in here, thrive well in the water. Plants for butterflies too. Obviously we need to bring in our pollinators, we need to bring in our butterflies. These guys, gotcha plants, have some awesome stuff. Some amazing species in here. Really cool indoor plants. Look at all these climbing plants, all these babies, pitchers, trumpet plants. Some cool agaves, cactuses. There's a mellow cactus. Very big fan of a mellow cactus. They look awesome. Look at this one. Look how funky that one is. More succulents. Succulents galore, in fact. Some of these are amazing. Look at the detail on some of these. They're so tiny and so intricate. They're just the tiny little leaves on them. Look at these little buds and succulent leaves. They're just so small. The most cute varieties ever. I think these would just be so beautiful in a little pot on your desk or on your windowsill. Natives, wonderful natives going on. Look at this little cool installation. Australian wild native black orchids. Cool. Got to get your natives in. Natives are very important. The tropic gardener. Come down the steps. Unfortunately, that rail's been skate stopped. More plants, more nurseries. More herbs, more nurseries. More herbs, more nurseries. Wow. Orchids. Look at the popping colour on these this morning. Woohoo! Beautiful orchids. Look at this one. Look at them. Fabulous. Fabulous. Big shout out to these guys, Sustainable Natives. Look at this. We've got kangaroo paw. Galore, actually. Lots of different kangaroo paw varieties. Lots of things that you can find that are native. Morning, Kat.
Morning.
Give us a wave. Give us a wave to everyone.
Final day.
Final day. Woohoo.
Sleep, but kind of excited.
Kat's amazing. She's doing one of the MC jobs here today at the, she's doing it all weekend at the stage over in the kitchen garden area. So she's wonderful. Been awesome to meet and catch up with her. So I'll link her Instagram down below along with all of the other people that we've met and spoken about today. So you can go and follow these people. Look who it is, the Legends Cactus Anonymous. Very, very legendary guys. Look at these. Look how cool they are. Hey, mate. Some of my favorite cactus species, and these guys do an amazing job. They absolutely cleaned up recently in the Cacti and Succulent Awards, which, you know, obviously they would. Look at how amazing some of these are. Look at the twist on that. That's crazy. Some really incredible varieties. So many different varieties here. I can't even begin to explain. Look at some of these. Look at how amazing they are. The variegation in some of these. The reds. Look at that. The funky shapes and colors that are coming out. Just crazy. Grafted cactuses, all sorts. Look at that. How gorgeous is it? Just so cute. All right. So as I said, this is a very quick tour on day 3 because we've got to get back and, you know, they like their stall holders to be open and ready at gates time. And I can see a few people starting to wander in. But we're going to go and try and catch the wonderful bacilli on the way through. Also want to see rural earthworms if we can. Well, they're just great at producing worm castings on scale. So I've used their worm castings before. Look at this, insane statues of just a horse. Imagine that in your front garden. Crazy big trees. Look at this. Imagine trying to get that home. Wow, some of these are so gorgeous and gnarly looking olives. Look at it. That's so gnarly, but really awesome. Another stage for more speakers. So yeah, I think we'll just try and go around and have a little look. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Can you give a little quick wave to the camera?
Hello, everyone. How we going, everybody?
This is the wonderful Vasily, a legend in the game.
Thank you.
Very nice to catch up with you today. How are you feeling, day 3?
Excited.
Ready to roll? Ready to roll?
I'll be honest, I'm a little bit tired of it, but
Yeah, I'm tired too. I was saying to them this morning, I said, like, this is the part that you don't see behind the scenes when you got to do the late nights and get up early and
well, come
get
back
the
here
coffee.
in the afternoon once everything's finished
And
watch
then-
us pack down.
Yeah, and we'll be all good. Well, have a good day, sir.
You too,
Very
you
much.
too.
Thank you, Vasily. Cheers. Absolute legend in the game, Mr. Vasily. Go and check him out now. Now, these guys are legends as well. The rural earthworms. Give us a shout out. What's going on? I use your worm castings.
Oh, fantastic.
Huge fan of your worm castings. So, yes. Yeah, so look at the quality. Look at that. Black gold. Love it. Enjoy day 3, guys.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. Cheers. Again, fabulous vendor, Rural Earthworms. Okay, go and check them out online. You obviously won't be able to get their awesome show specials that they've got here, but like some of the people here are just so high quality in what they do. They care so much about what they do, and they just really want to make a difference for you in the garden, and they just specialize in things like really well. So, you know, you've got some people that build like water tanks, I can see over there. You got some people that do mulch. You got some people that do worm castings. You got Vasily, which does a bit of everything because he's amazing. And then you got little old me that does living soil. So we're going to go back to the stall now. Nearly finished my coffee. We're going to go and get ready because remember, Costa is coming back through again this morning. Just catched a glimpse of him up at that water installation thing before when we were looking at that. No doubt that he's very interested in that too, but we're nearly there. I'm going to go and we're nearly here. We're back at the stage. Ready for day 3. Guys, this is Tom. So Tom has designed this whole kitchen garden area, and I really want to give a shout out to you, Tom, because it's really incredible to see what you've done with the space this time around and hearing all your stories about the last couple of years and what you've done and what you've had to battle with. But tell me just quickly how much preparation goes into something like this.
Oh, Jordan, don't ask a question like that. How long is a piece of string? Seriously, I've got a timesheet app on my phone and I'm trying to keep it logged.
Right.
And I just keep forgetting to switch it on, you know, go out and do another 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half hour. Suddenly it's 6 hours in the shed. And look, I start the preparation for the plants, most of the plants. Some of them are perennial plants, so they're obviously year after year they're going to be growing.
Yep.
But the bulk of the preparation of plants starts in January.
Wow.
Trying to time it so that all the plants come together looking good at the same time.
Yeah, which is, and you've got so many different varieties in here. It's just, it's one of these things that's so hard to think about. Yeah. And you're constantly thinking about this project. It's not just, you know, like you said, log on here. It's 5 minutes there, 5 minutes there. I'm driving here and I've got to think about it.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It's like the, there was a sculpture that there's an installation here, you know.
Yeah.
I think you flagged it the other day about what's the most beautiful thing in your garden. You know, that was lying in bed at 2 o'clock. I asleep when the idea came to me, and it was like, okay, well, I'm still working.
You think that's it?
It's hundreds of hours.
That's amazing. And lastly, I want to highlight your awesome shirts. Can you tell us a little bit of the story about your shirt? Let me see if I can kind of show it off a little bit.
This shirt in particular was finished at 6 o'clock this morning.
Oh my goodness.
I was a bit desperate for that. I thought I'd better have a cup of coffee when I get up.
Sounds good. Yeah,
going.
Exactly.
But every day for the Garden Expo each year, I have a new shirt that I've made.
And I think it's
just
so
keep
cool.
people entertained.
I love this. It's got kindness, love, humor, adventure,
joy,
and it's all just amazing.
Yeah.
So wonderful. Thank you very much for what you do, and
And you, welcome to the Giant Kitchen Garden.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's great to be a part of it. Thank you, Tom.
Awesome. Cheers.
How are you, bro?
Good, loving it. We're just going to go and check out a little bit of Paul's work. He runs Elements of Creation, and he also provides lots of these wicking beds. You can probably hear him talking in the background, but he's got all of these wicking beds and planter beds that you can use, which are stylish and effective and work incredibly well if you want to install something in a small property or something like that. And we're working with, you know, these water reservoirs where you can just disappear and build soil biology, and all the water and the liquid is there and it's ready and it's available, and the plants can access it. So you can go on holiday and you've got all of the water sitting there in there. So we're just going to go and check out, film a little bit of Paul and see what he's going on at his talk.
The other thing is these pots hold 20 litres. So each cell holds about 20 litres of water. And I've got a tree that's drinking 20 litres a day. And it's like, okay, it's got to go around. It's just too big. So, but it doesn't drop its fruit. It'll actually fruit in a pot this size because of the consistent moisture. Like a tomato tree, was fully fruiting tomato tree, uses 10 litres of water a day. And
Just showed you a quick snippet there. Obviously, Paul is talking about all of these amazing things, but how crazy is that? How much water they drink? But you can do it where you can just leave and have them have this consistent moisture and water, so they get to drink everything that they need when they need it, rather than just relying on watering. So back at the stall now, and basically we're just chilling out for the rest of the afternoon. It's about lunchtime, so things are kind of slowing down here on the Sunday, on the third day. Everyone's kind of getting some food. They're choosing their last plants. The last bits of everyone's stall is kind of just being sold out. But we managed to catch up with Costa. It was amazing to go and shake his hand and have a little cuddle from Costa. He's just such an amazing force of life around here, just so engaged with everybody that he meets and all of the kids. That's why he's so popular. So big inspiration for myself. And just so many other people coming through again. We've seen so many friendly faces. We had that wonderful Leonie, which you would have seen. She came through again today shouting out all of my products. I'm just so thankful to her. We managed to catch up with Claire last night and yesterday and today, and we saw Kat and we saw Sarah. We saw so many people. Phil Dudman's flying around. It's just really nice to be able to connect with these I guess, big figures in the gardening space and being able to share that kind of opportunity. So I'm just going to be hanging out with the store for the rest of the day, and then might show you a little bit more, and if anything exciting pops up, then we'll go through it, but otherwise we'll do a bit of a debrief at the end of the day before pack up. All right, team, we have reached the end of day 3, and pack down is already starting. We're having a few of the plants removed from the kitchen garden behind us. This amazing installation has to come down. There's more things that need to go in for the next event or anything like that. But look, we had so much fun. It was a really, really successful weekend in so many ways. Not just being able to sell some products, but as I said, connecting with human beings, being able to connect with who is growing what, and then some of the fabulous speakers, guests, and stall holders that are here. So it's been really, really successful, and I'm so grateful to everyone who has stuck around watching this. Now, next year, look out. Yours truly may be on the speakers stage, the workshop stage. That's the hope, that's the goal. We just want to be involved. We want to be speaking and educating and doing what I absolutely love best, and sharing all of this content. So hopefully next year, but the stall was a success, and I'm very, very happy to have been here and to have taken the time out to come to the show. So I highly recommend coming next time. Now, if you are wanting to come next year, or if you want to know more about who was here or who you saw in the video, there'll be some links in the description below, but there'll also be my contact details everywhere. You know that I'm on social, so you can hit me up and ask me about what went on this time around. So hit me up, let's find out. Okay, and last but not least, leave a like on the video. If you comment, tell me if you saw me, tell me if you want to come next year, tell me if this garden festival rates compared to everything else that you guys go to, or your local garden festival. Where should I come next? Where should I have a stall? All of the above. Drop it down in the comments below. I love hearing from you, and I can't wait to chat with more people and do this again. So until next time, thank you, and we'll see you again soon.